Welcome to part 5, the final part of our tier list video going over the attackers. If your favorite Pokemon is any other category other than attackers, we've already ranked them. So if you want to hear our reasoning, make sure to go back to my previous videos and find that video specifically for that little subcategory of characters. But you'll see the whole tier list in this video anyway, because again, it was recorded in one long session. Just chopped it up for your sake, my sake. No one wants to sit through a 50-minute video. So yeah, you'll be able to see them. But if you want the reason why we rank them as such, go back to the other videos, check it out. Make sure to guys like, favorite, and subscribe. And I'll be uploading more content tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Take care. Peace out. So now the final category, we have the attackers, and we start with Cinderace, which I think is
oh my god,
S tier.
Yeah, you can just put him in S tier, bro. Yeah. Go ahead, put him up there.
And I'll probably say that he's better than Snorlax, to be honest. Like,
he's pretty annoying.
He has the longest range in the game. He has insane damage. You put a shit ton of special attack items on him, it gets even worse. His Unite move has the range of, just, it's ridiculous. Cinderace is crazy. As soon as the fucking Score Bunny hits Cinderace, it's over. If he's good. It does take, like, you have to be able to kite your enemy, because Cinderace is squishy. It's basically the best version of an ADC that this game has. Like a glass cannon, basically. Does a crap ton of damage, but if someone gets on top of you, you're dead. Yeah. It does have feint, so you can get out of situations a little bit, but no feint, you're dead for sure.
Yeah, but he has the range to stay back. If he stays in the back of a team fight, he can just be popping shots from the back. And like you said, he has the furthest range in the game. It's ridiculous. You can be running so far away, and he's still just hitting you in the back with his little Jesus.
And then it applies burns like every 3 hit, and you're just like, you're just burning on top of that. So if you get one shot, he hits you again, you're out. Yeah, he's strong. What about you, Dawson? You seen Cinderace a lot?
I haven't seen him a lot. I've seen him a few times, but like every time I've won against him. But I honestly believe it's just like the player level. I don't think they were playing him right. He did a lot of damage to me, or like early on, but I think he fell off at the end. But it's just like, I don't think they knew how to utilize the character.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Cinderace is perfect right there.
Yeah, he's strong. Even later game, he's even stronger with his Unite move. Crazy.
Now we got the Bluefish Cramorant. Love Cramorant. He shoots fish and Pikachus.
Let's go.
I feel like because his ult is kind of like a Jhin ult from League of Legends. He can just like start shooting missiles and stuff. And if you position the right way, especially if you're running like the combo that everyone runs on Cramorant, which is like Hurricane and Surf, you can get some damage going. I've seen, a couple of YouTube videos where people play Cramorant and absolutely pop off. But I feel like a lot of people have said that his skill cap is kind of high. I don't know why, because I've never played him, but I've seen videos of people popping off, and I've played games with the Cramorant and they don't do so hot. So he's kind of like all over the place for me.
I haven't played him personally either, but I know specifically one game, and they didn't do good. So I have a very limited opinion about him. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say the same. James had him as a ADC top lane, but like James said he did very good, but like I can't say anything about the character itself because I didn't experience it.
Right. Yeah, because I was playing Ninetales games, and we kind of just ran top lane that game, and the range that Cramorant has actually surprised me for a couple kills, because I thought they'd be one shot, and I thought they were getting away, and then Cramorant would get him with the final shot. So I feel like his basic attack range is also pretty long. But other than that, like I'm thinking A tier, because I don't think he's that bad to be B tier. But also looking at some of the other attackers that we have, I don't think he's in the same league as some of them.
I disagree. I think he's definitely not in that league. He needs to be knocked down a peg or two.
Yeah. So what about B tier? Maybe C tier? What are we thinking?
I mean,
Let's be B plus.
B plus?
I'll just put him in B just because I don't know him that well.
Mhm.
You know, play that one game against him, that's it. It just,
Yeah.
some of the characters that aren't free and you don't get unlocked right away,
Yeah.
you just don't see them that frequently,
Yeah, it is still, week 1 and we're 4 days in, so
Yeah,
that's
and
a
then I haven't
factor.
played nearly as much as James. I mean, don't get me wrong, I put in quite a bit of games, but still.
Yeah, so I'd throw him at the top of B because I'd probably put him in A. Dawson said B plus, so I feel like that's pretty good. And next we got Greninja. This guy is slippery. He's an assassin for sure.
He's crazy.
Yeah, his smoke screen, he can get in and out of places. His ultimate water shuriken does a crap ton of damage. His attack speed itself is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is one of the top tier attackers in this category for sure.
Yeah, he's very strong.
Oh yeah. I don't know if Dawson, have you ran into this guy at all yet?
I've ran into him once, and he didn't make much of an impression. So I really can't comment on this. I have looked at some websites that said he's not very good, but I mean, that one game I played against him, he just didn't make an impact on me. He was just there.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I feel like he could be probably I'd probably put him in A tier personally. But that's me. By you, Weaver.
He is very fast and he's very slippery. I remember specifically one game you and me were playing where we were winning by quite a bit, and we had them shoved all the way to their point, and you were getting on them, and he started beating you up, and you're like, oh, help me out. I ran over there, and he was literally one shot. Like any little auto attack would have killed him. He ended up killing you. I chased him down. I was playing Venusaur at the time. I just chased him down and tried hitting him, but dude, he was gone, bro.
Yeah,
he disappeared.
He's a very slippery man. If you're almost dead, you can get out pretty easily. And especially because I was playing Snorlax. Snorlax isn't the fastest. I probably didn't have X speed up at the time, and his range mixed with attack speed, he basically just kited me around until he killed me and then ran off before Weaver got there. It's pretty ridiculous.
I see him as a slightly better Talonflame is how I see it. Yeah. So me personally, I think you'd go in the mid B tier area.
Mid B's. Okay. Not as good as the fish. Yeah, I also haven't even seen him as much as the fish.
So I can tell you.
So above Mr. Mime, kinda.
Yeah, I'd go above Mr. Mime. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And now we got Alola Ninetales. After playing this champ for the last, I think I've played 5-10 games of her today. She is very, very strong.
I would say bottom S tier.
Bottom S tier for Ninetales?
Yeah.
Pretty big.
I could see them depends on how you play them, but definitely A tier. I mean, if you want to say S tier, I'll still go with it, but I'd probably say A tier. Because, I mean, her freeze ability is really strong. Gets someone out of combat for a little bit, Yeah. And just mollywop on them. But she's not the most tanky. She's not squishy, but she's not overly tanky,
Yeah, that's true.
I just like her, laning abilities, where, laning with her is so strong, because you can bully that lane, even early level.
Yeah.
She's really strong. Me and James
even
would bully our lane. We would win so much just because me and him would bully the lane.
Yeah, I would probably say the bottom of S tier too, just because you can build her in a bunch of different ways too. I've been going just full attack mode Ninetales, where I bring the ice wall, I bring Blizzard to shove them into the wall so they take more damage and they're stunned, and then the ultimate itself does a crap ton of damage. Yeah. So she's really strong, but if you want to go more of a bulky set, she has a move called Aurora Veil, and she gets very, very beefy as an attacker. So she's pretty versatile too. So I'd probably say either bottom of S or above Absol in A tier, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's really good, and I think she's very strong, especially within a team.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think her damage output is good, but not nearly as good as some of the A tier people like Charizard, Zeraora, Absol, you know?
Right.
So, but with a team, with her freezing people and just doing some AoE in the back, I mean, I feel like she could be pretty strong.
Oh yeah. So where do you think we should put them? Top A, bottom S. What are we thinking? There, right there, right there, right there.
I personally believe bottom S.
Bottom S. Yeah.
I'll go with S2, just because she's really easy to pick up for new
Yeah,
people.
for sure.
And she's free, so I mean, yeah.
That is true.
I
Everybody
definitely go.
does get a Ninetales. That's facts. Very facts. So next up, second to last, we got Pikachu, Dawson's favorite Pokemon.
Oh boy.
What have you thought about Pikachu so far? I've never played a game as Pikachu.
So
except for the tutorials, basically.
Yeah, me too.
I believe, like, he's supposed to be a damage output, and his passive is really good.
I agree.
But I don't believe it's game changing.
Yeah.
I try to build where I stun him and then do my Thunderbolt onto him.
Right.
Like, they're both like zone attacks, and it just never feels like it's enough. Though, I mean, like, the jungler usually picks up the kills, but as an ADC, supposedly,
right,
I don't feel like Pikachu does enough damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of get the same vibe. I feel like he's strongest early game, and then he kind of falls off afterwards.
Yeah.
Just because
his
Electro
net is
Web.
really good. You can net them and stop them. It can do your little damage ability, but it never does enough damage to like change the fight.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the his Electro Web is really strong.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
it is. Like, early game, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But like, even his ultimate, it's kind of like lackluster.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
I mean, also he's such a plushie. With her ultimate, you gotta get in the middle of the fight.
That's true.
But I mean, it's so easy to get picked off. I mean, it's just
He's definitely not super tanky. He's a little more on the squishy
he's
side.
definitely not.
He's a small little rat.
Yeah, and it just kind of makes it to where you gotta play aggressive, but also vulnerable, and that's where it, like, conflicts.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, strong in the early game, falls off later. He does good damage, but not quite enough to be up there with like the A tier attacker.
Yeah, I'd say at most B plus.
Yeah.
I go like middle B.
Middle B, like next to Greninja.
I say mid B.
Again, better than Greninja, worse than Greninja, somewhere around here.
I'd say better. I've actually faced a few Greninjas, and they didn't make much of an impact on the game. At least I can stun,
right,
and do like zoning attacks.
Yeah, I'll say it's better than Greninja, just slightly, not too terribly much.
Yeah.
And now the very last Pokemon that we're going to be ranking today, Venusaur, which I personally think out of all the attackers, he's the weakest. But we have somebody that plays a lot of Venusaur here, or he's been playing a little bit more Venusaur. Mr. Nuclear Mace, what do you think? What do you think, bud?
He's pretty strong. I wouldn't say he's quite up there with some of the Absol and Zeraora and Charizard, but he can do some work because his ability makes it to where every third hit he throws out Razor Leaves, and then his third hit's a Vine Whip, which does extra damage.
Right.
And so what I like to do is I'll run around, and before I get into a fight, like I know there's people up ahead, I'll toss out just 2 auto attacks, and then the first thing, as soon as I go in there, I go boom, hit with the Vine Whip and do a bunch of damage to him. And it does some work. And then he can actually, he's more one of the more tanky attackers.
Yeah, for sure.
If you use Giga Drain, I did Sludge Bomb for a while for area effect, but I ended up liking Giga Drain so much because I can get a pretty fair amount of health from just using it, and I can kind of stay in fights a little bit longer. His ult's pretty good. Seed Bomb, I like it quite a bit. Slows them, does a pretty good amount of damage, but
yeah, it does.
his solar beam is insane, dude.
Mhm.
That's what makes him strong.
I feel
Holy
like
crap.
that's hit the majority of his kit is solar beam because it is
Yeah.
insane. Yeah.
It is busted. Because one of my favorite I mean, okay, it's a straight line. You
Yeah.
can avoid it, but it's also a pretty thick line too.
Yeah, it's definitely. If
So
you're not expecting a solar beam from Venusaur, you're gonna get hit by it.
yeah, you're gonna get hit. And what the amazing thing is it shoots out. It's got a crazy range on it, so it'll go actually off your screen.
Mhm.
So if you're chasing someone a little further off, you can use it, and they won't know it's coming because it's off screen, and they'll just die out of nowhere.
Right.
I've gotten a lot of kills just from him being off the screen. I just charge up a shot and kill him because they're running in a straight line.
That's
It's
funny.
he's pretty strong. He's a little more one of the a little less damage, but a little more tanky. And
Mhm.
he's like moderately fast. I wouldn't say he's like crazy fast, obviously, but
Right.
he's not really slow either, like a Slowbro or Snorlax.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's a really like it makes sense that he's in the attacker category because he does a good amount of damage. Not as much as some of the other ones like Cinderace, of course, because that Pokemon is busted. But being an attacker that's also pretty tanky, and with the like the big area of effect ultimate that it has, I feel like makes him pretty strong.
Yeah, with the life gain, kind of
Yeah.
sustain you a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, one of the only Pokemon that can self-sustain. So that's a good. That's
Yeah.
a plus.
What about you, Dawson? What do you think?
See, I think he's a very good like early game. There's a lot of damage I take from him. Just from like his final evolve form and all his abilities. I'd say he's top A tier, but he's definitely not like a game changer like S tier. I don't know. I never felt much impact from his abilities.
I feel that.
Trust me, plenty of people have felt the impact of my abilities.
So Dawson, what sort of rank would you give it?
I'd say A plus.
Oh, okay. What about you, Weaver?
I definitely second that. I think he is like super on the verge cusp of going into S tier,
Mhm.
but I think just some of those big boys up there he can't quite deal with.
Yeah, I feel that.
So
I
definitely high A.
probably wouldn't have gone with A plus, just because I don't think he's like as good as a Charizard or an Absol. So I'd probably still put him in A, but probably not that high. But I was
say
honestly
in
thinking
between
probably
him,
B plus.
Those.
Mhm. Okay. So like you said, in between like Absol and Charizard, like right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Well, I'd say like
I-
behind Charizard.
yeah,
Okay.
I think Charizard's
Yeah.
a little bit stronger. I mean, if they 1v1, I mean Charizard's gonna wipe the floor with them every time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
So,
definitely agree.
Like right there, it's perfect.
Okay.
But I do like his team fight capabilities because if
Yeah.
everyone's kind of like boom going in a big fray right there, and I launch out my seed bomb, I hit him with the solar beam, they're gonna be way less than half health every single one of them.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
I see it as like it's kind of mixed between attack and support.
Yeah. All right, but now that we've put everything in place, do you think any of them need to make any sort of changes, either upgrading or downgrading where they're currently at? Or do you think it looks good?
see.
Yeah, go ahead. Do a little bit of skimming.
I think the Wigglytuff has a chance to move. Not right now, because I've never seen him against me or on my team,
Same.
so I have no say whatsoever against
Yeah.
him. But I mean, he could definitely move. I mean, if we do like a video like a month or two from now on like
Mhm.
new changes, or if they do a patch to kind of like balance out the characters, maybe we
Yeah.
can move around because we'll probably see him
Oh
in
yeah,
that
for
meantime.
sure.
But
Yeah.
for right now, I think he should stay put. But
Okay. Any sort of changes you think would help the list at all, Dawson?
No, I think it's actually pretty good. I think we spoke our truths, and
Yeah.
I mean, this is where we think they should be.
True.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
so
Gengar at the top.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah. And just by looking at these characters, just in the SNA category alone, you get a lot of these guys for free. You get Venusaur
Yeah.
for free, Ninetales for free, Zeraora for free. Out
if
of
you
your
download it now, you need
Yeah.
to download it quick.
I think as long as you download it before the end of August. I think it's until August 31st.
Oh,
then
is
you
that
get
long? I thought
yeah,
it was like
I
okay.
think
I thought it was
is.
like the end of July or August the 1st or something like that.
I could be wrong, but I think I read it was the end of August on their
Okay.
Twitter.
Well, you guys got a minute to. I mean, if they really want to play the game and they enjoy it, then they're gonna download it by
Oh
then.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think this tier list looks pretty good. It only took us 50 minutes, so this is gonna be kind of a long video. But there's gonna be chapters, so if you just want to see certain categories of Pokemon getting sorted, you guys would have already done that. And also obviously these guys at the bottom didn't get sorted because Blastoise and Gardevoir have been teased as future releases. They haven't been released yet. And Clefable was like basically in the game because like there's like pictures going around before the game was officially released.
Yeah, he was leaked.
Yeah, and it's just nowhere to be found. So who knows? So that's why they're down there. But any words from you guys before we go?
Yeah, I've actually heard Charizard isn't that good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
Let's go over here.
How long have you been in here?
He's
here
been
for a
here the
minute.
whole time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I've been here for about 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
30 minutes? I don't think it's been 30 minutes, boys.
I've had my...
Unless it's Garchomp, it's been 30. Well, actually, yeah.
I've had my recording thing up, so I haven't been looking at the Discord. I had no idea he snuck in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
got here like at the end of Garchomp.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
He's been in for a while.
Yeah, but I think I was surprised he didn't say anything whenever the Discord sound went off.
I saw you. I'm just like, yeah, he's here. He's listening.
I was just listening. I was just watching. I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense.
Okay. Well, yeah, this is our tier list. It's very like you don't need to follow this tier list at all. We've been playing it for like the half. Let's just say this is our week 1 tier list because it's almost been a week.
I just joined. Let's go.
Right. We'll definitely be updating this tier list as we keep playing it, probably every month or so. Or if like Nuclear Me said, if after patches, if there's any substantial changes, we'll go back and change it. I'll save it so we can just mess with this one.
I get added in. We'll definitely add it to them as they come out.
Nice. So yeah, that was fun tier list. This has been your boy Nubis for the win, and I'll see you tomorrow with another Pokemon Unite video. Peace out, everybody.
Let's go.
Peace.